We'll get started here in just a few minutes. Again, just a reminder, at least you can hear me. I'm having a little issue with my little webcam here I'm using on my phone, but no issues as far as the audio goes, which is the main thing we need to see anyway, so you don't always want to see me. Anyway, we are still looking at some freezing rain, light freezing rain mostly in the area now. Most of what we've seen so far tonight has been fairly light. We haven't seen a lot in the way of heavy freezing rain. I'd say less than 1/10 of an inch here at the station. And what we're seeing, oh, there we go. There's my camera. Oh, I'm probably going to have to get a new graphics card because everything is super laggy with this thing. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on the radar here. Good evening, Rebecca. Thank you for joining me here. If we look at the radar here, of course, the pink represents all freezing rain, no sleet here. A lot of it's moved up into Oklahoma. There's been some light freezing rain in Lawton, some light freezing rain, Vernon, Altus, enough to make for slick conditions. But again, this has mostly been light, and it has resulted in travel issues and not power lines, at least here. I was talking to a guy down in Austin a little while ago this evening, and he said they have had a lot of power outages down in the Austin area. If we look to the south, there's some pretty little batch of freezing rain once again that's moving through central Texas tonight. And this is moving from the Stephenville area and kind of headed towards the Fort Worth area of Weatherford, Mineral Wells, and into Denton. So more freezing rain, more heavy freezing rain is possible in those areas. But again, up our way, it's light. We've just been battling so much dry air today and tonight, and the dry air remains just really wrapped into the system. So as far as big problems, we're not expecting big problems here. But even with the light amounts of precipitation that we're seeing, it's still going to continue to create problems into tomorrow morning. Now, if we look to the southwest, this is where our weather would come from. You can see a band of freezing rain that's redeveloping from Fort Stockton all the way over to just south of San Angelo. That's lifting northeastward, so we're not done yet. We do have some more precipitation that's going to try to come at us. But the issue remains. The weather data that we're looking at keeps a lot of this to our south and does not allow a lot of it to make it up our way because of the dry air that's currently in place over us. I mean, even let me look at the current dew point. Let me see if the dew points have even come up here. Because I mean, it's just been insane how dry the air has been and how it's just had a really hard time moistening up, regardless of anything. So if we take a look at the current temperature and dew point temperature, remember dew point is a measure of the amount of moisture, water vapor in the atmosphere. We're sitting at 29. The dew point is still sitting at 23. So we've come up quite a bit. Relative humidity is sitting at 78%. So we have moistened up. But if you look south, that's where we're looking at the radar side out of Lubbock, and look at the big hole there, just north. And there again, just so much dry air just out there preventing a lot of this. And a lot of this isn't very heavy anyway. A lot of this is fairly light. But we will see some more freezing precipitation move into our area, especially the west is getting light freezing rain. I do think and I do believe that there's going to be a band of heavier freezing rain that's going to develop overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. That will produce moderate freezing rain amounts. And if you look, I think we might be seeing maybe a little bit of a sign of that trying to happen now from Big Spring into Abilene. The indication would be for that to develop kind of maybe east-northeastward, kind of up towards PK and Graham. Maybe towards Bridgeport, Weatherford, those areas. So there could be some heavier freezing rain in those areas, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to create too many issues. I'm not sure how much ice accumulation we have in Graham or in Bowie. Of course, the viewers that have been reporting, they don't say we had a whole lot down there, but I do think that there's probably quite a bit on the trees there, and anything additional could create additional problems. So, again, overnight tonight mostly looks light. But, even so, we're still going to continue with those slick conditions. I know the parking lot here at the station is very, very slick. I'm not excited about driving home tonight and all of that. Because, I can drive. I have a four-wheel drive, big four-wheel drive at that. I can drive on snow and I can drive on sleet, but you cannot drive on a solid sheet of ice like we see out there. And this the bridges, overpasses, the less travel roads, those kinds of things that are mostly a mess across the area tonight. But again, it doesn't look too bad overnight tonight. Just some light to moderate freezing rain at times that will continue. I still think we could get maybe a tenth of an inch of ice accumulation before all said and done here in the falls. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe we'll see. Um, all right, so I'm going to take time now to answer your questions. Woo, boy, we do not have many viewers on here tonight. I guess you're kind of over all this weather, huh? Earlier we had 300, almost 400 viewers at one time on a Facebook Live earlier, and this go around only 115 viewers. So pretty low numbers there. So anyway, all right. So quickly, let's talk a little bit about some questions here that are being asked. Everything at my house that's above ground has ice on it now. That's from Billy Rubble. Tanner Taylor, when will the roads improve in DFW? I don't expect the roads to improve there until tomorrow afternoon. Bad down there, really bad. It's going to stay that way tonight, and then they should get better tomorrow afternoon. What does McGargle and Alney look like in the morning? The same as it does right now. It'll be slick in the morning early on, but I think after 9 or 10 o'clock, things are going to gradually improve. So after 9 or 10 o'clock, it does get better. How bad do you think the roads will be for buses? Well, it depends on where you're at. Here in the falls, very bad early on. But again, the delayed start, 10 o'clock, might give us a window of the roads to try to get a little bit better. It won't surprise me if they cancel school altogether tomorrow night. I won't blame the school districts for that. But at least right now, the way it looks is dangerous early on, but after 10 o'clock, they may try to clear up some. You know, we really do. Amanda says the weather has been crazy, and we are living in really crazy times right now. I mean, really crazy times, to be honest about it. So, yeah, these weather patterns that we're in, you know, they favor lots of cold weather. They favor lots of hot weather. They favor big droughts and big hurricanes. You know, what they don't favor, at least over us, is a lot of tornado days. We get tornadoes here still, but it doesn't favor like a lot of that, like a large number of tornado-producing days. Trying to turn the gain down on my phone there some. I need to get some real webcams and some better quality cameras and a better graphics card to run this with here. So, what's your thoughts on buses running between McGargle and Alney at 8:30? I do not think that's a good idea at all. That's a bad idea. Do not run buses. You won't be doing that. They're not going to allow that to happen. Delayed start for sure in those areas. All right. Well, we don't have a lot of viewers on here tonight, and that's all right. We're probably about to wrap up coverage, at least on this event here on this page. You know, I did show you earlier one, and I'll show you one more time still too. I'm out in Cashion, and we drive to Iowa Park on county roads. Bacon switched to 369. I'm nervous to drive, and you should be. After 9 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, it should be better, but I wouldn't want to go early on. The roads are bad out there. They really are. They're slick. Thank you. That's what they're saying right now. Who is there, Tiffany? Remember to watch me here coming up on News Channel 6 at 10 o'clock. I'll have an update on everything. I'm about to have to go and get ready for the newscasts. Mostly showing radar tonight, but I do have to get ready for it. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following me. And it's been a tough forecast this week, and I do apologize again for being a little off today, but we'll try to do better next time. So, all right, y'all have a great